Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review. In this video, I will show you how to set and operate this watch, Casio LF-30W. And if you want to know more about this watch, you can check our review. I will put the link in the description. Okay, first, let's make sure we are in the timekeeping mode. It should look like this: day, month, date, and then hour, minute, second. But if not, then you can press the mode button several times until you get the high pitch or high tone beeping sound like that one. Okay, next, you can show the city name for this timekeeping mode by pressing the adjust button once like this. And yes, it shows PKK on my watch as T1. And then next, you can change the time or the city for the timekeeping mode by pressing the search button. So this one is T2, T3, T4, and then back to T1. Okay, now you can also activate the demo mode or the auto display by pressing the search button and hold until it gives beeping sound like this, and it will show T1, T2, T3, and T4 in sequence. Okay, and you can stop that by pressing any button. And then next, we can do the LCD check by pressing the adjust mode and this one, the search button, and you might want to hold the watch in this position, and then the trick is to press the adjust button a bit earlier and then next the other two like this, and it will show something like this, the LCD check screen. And then next, you can press the search button to show the next LCD check screen like this. Okay, and then back to the timekeeping mode. Okay, now if you want to activate the backlight, of course just press the light button, this one. Okay, and then if you want to activate the mute or the silent button operation, you can do that by press and hold the mode button until the mute indicator is active on the top left, this one. Okay, so now if I press the mode button, it will not give beeping sound. But if I want to return to previous condition, press and hold the mode button again until the indicator for the mute or the silent button operation mode is not active. Okay, now let's move on to the basic settings like the time, calendar, and so on. And to do that, still in the timekeeping mode, press and hold the adjust button like this. Okay, and then yes, first is the second. You can reset the second using the search button. If it is 30 or more, it will become 0 with additional minute, but if it is 29 or less, it will become 0 without additional minute. So let's wait until 30. Okay, yes, reset and additional minute, but if 1, 2, 3 like this, no additional minute. Okay, now press the mode button and we are setting the daylight saving. For this one, you can use the search button to change the settings. So this one on and this one is off. And since I don't use the daylight saving, so I set as off now. And then press the mode button, and now is the city or the time zone. You can use the search button to move to the east or to the right side of the map, this one. Okay, and you can use the light button to move to the west side of the map or to the left. Okay, and then next, press the mode button and we are setting the hour. For this one, you can use these two buttons. The light button will decrease and the search button will increase. Okay, now press the mode button and now is the minute. Also these two buttons, light will decrease and search button will increase. Again, press the mode button and now is the time format. So this one 24-hour format. You can press the search button to change. So this one 10 PM and this one is 22. Okay, press again the mode button and now is the year. Also these two buttons, so the light will decrease and the search button will increase. Press again the mode button and now is the month. Also these two buttons, light button will decrease and search button will increase. Again mode button and now is the date. Light button will decrease, search button will increase. Again, now is the length of the backlight for the afterglow effect. 3 meaning 3 seconds, and press the search button. 1 meaning 1.5 second. So whichever you want, let me set as 3. Okay, and then press the mode button. Now return to the setting of the second, and if you're done with the basic settings, you can press the adjust button and finished for the basic settings. Now let's move on to the T2, T3, and T4. So the timekeeping can be set for 4 times or 4 series. So that was the T1. And then next you can press the search button. We are moving to T2. Okay, and yes, also T3 and T4. Use the search button to change that one. And then let's say I want to set T2. So to do that, select T2 and then press and hold the adjust button like this. And now I can select the city or the time zone for T2. And yes, you can use the light button to move to the west and search button to move to the east. Okay, something like that. And then yes, if you press the mode button, now we can set the daylight saving. You can use the search button to change is it on or off. Okay, and then press again the mode button, return to the selection of the city, and press the adjust button to exit. So that's how to set the T2. Also the same thing for T3 and T4. Okay, one more thing, if you want to swap, let's say T4 to T1 or T2 to T1, so meaning that if you want to use any of T2, T3 and T4 as the main city or time zone as T1, let's say I want to use T2 as T1, then select T2 and then press adjust and light button at the same time like this. So now NYC is becoming T1 and then PKK is T2. And if I want to return PKK as T1, now I select PKK T2, press adjust and light, and it will be swapped to become T1 like this. And T2 is NYC again. Okay, now let's move on to the next mode, the world time. And from this timekeeping mode, you can press the mode button and WT meaning world time. So for the world time, you can use the search button to change the city. And yes, you can only use the search button to move to the east or to the right side of the map, but you cannot use the light button to move to the west because it activates the backlight only. Okay, so yes, you can use only the search button. And yes, if you want to use the city from this world time to become T1, you can use that by pressing the adjust and light button like this. So for example, if I want to use Sydney as T1, then like this, and yes, PKK is the world time now. And if I go back to timekeeping mode, T1 is Sydney. Okay, now if I want to return, then again go to world time and then swap PKK as T1, so press adjust and light. Okay, and now the world time is Sydney. This is the world time. And yes, one more thing, sorry, I forgot to mention. If you want to activate the daylight saving for the world time, you can do that by press and hold the adjust button. So for example, this one, if I want to activate the daylight saving for Sydney, then press and hold the adjust button, and also press and hold adjust button to turn off. So for example, the next one, if I want to activate this one for let's say this one, press and hold the adjust button to activate the daylight saving and press and hold to deactivate. Okay, and that's all for the world time. Next, let's move on to the next mode, the alarm. There are 5 alarms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is the hourly signal. So first, let's try the alarm sound check. You can do that by press and hold the search button like this. It will give beeping sound like this one. Okay, and now if I want to move to the next alarm to set, and press the search button as usual. And let's start by setting alarm number 1. So let's say I want to set alarm number 1 as a daily alarm at 5 in the morning. So to do that, press and hold the adjust button, okay, like this. And we can set the hour for this one. So the light button will decrease and search button will increase. So let's set as 5, okay, like this. And then press the mode button, and now is the minute. You can use these 2 buttons, so search will increase and the light button will decrease. Okay, and then if you press the mode again, now is the alarm type. So this one is one time alarm, one on, meaning that it will goes off once, and then after that the alarm is not active. And yes, you can press the search button. This one on, meaning it will be a daily alarm, so whichever you want. So for this one, if I want to use as a daily alarm, then I will set as on. Okay, next press the mode button. We are back to the setting for the hour for the alarm. If you're done with the settings, you can press the adjust button and done. Alarm number 1, 5 in the morning as daily alarm. Okay, another thing from this view that you can do is you can change the alarm active or not, and also the alarm type. So from this view, nothing is flashing or blinking right now. Press the adjust button. This one meaning the alarm is off, this one is one-time alarm, and this one is a daily alarm. So in case, for example, if you want to turn off the alarm for the weekend, then you can use this method to turn off the alarm, and then on, let's say, Sunday evening, you can activate again so that the alarm will active again as daily alarm like this on Monday morning. Okay, that's for the alarm number 1, and then for alarm number 2, 3, 4, and 5, also the same method. You can try by yourself. And next, this one, the hourly signal, you can activate by pressing this one, the adjust button. So this one is on and this one is off. So whichever you want, let me activate like this, okay? And if you activate the hourly signal, you will get beeping sound every changing of the hour, like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and so on. Okay, now let's move on to the next mode, and that is the timer or the countdown timer. So for this one, you can set the length by press and hold the adjust button like this. Okay, and then this is the hour. Anyway, if you want to set the timer to be 24 hours, then you can set as 000. This one means 24 hours. But if you want to set, let's say 1 hour or 2 hours or 10 minutes and so on, you can change the values of this one is the hour. You can use the light button to decrease and search button to increase the value, okay? And then press the mode button. Now is the minute. You can use the search button to increase and light button to decrease, okay? And then press again the mode button. Now is the second. Search button to increase and light button to decrease. So let's say I want to set as 5 seconds. So I can show you the timer working after this. Okay, now if I want to exit from this setting for the timer, I can just press the adjust button and done. Now if I want to run the countdown timer, just press the search button, and if I want to pause, press the search button again. Continue, use the same button, okay? And yes, search button again to pause, and if you want to reset, use the adjust button. Okay, now if I want to run the timer until finish, like this, 2, 1, and then the timer goes off and it will give beeping sound like this. Okay, and yes, that's all for the timer. And if you want to change the value of the length of the timer, then yes, the same step like this, so hour, minute, and second. Okay, now let's move on to the next mode, the last one. And yes, press the mode button. That is the stopwatch. There are 3 methods, but I will only show you 2 of them that is commonly used. So the first one is start stop as usual. From this view, press the search button, and then if you want to pause, use the search button again. If you want to continue, use the search button again, and so on. Pause, continue, pause, and then if you want to reset, press the adjust button. Okay, and then the other method is to use it as split time. So search button will start, and then adjust button will get the split time. So now the time is still running in the background, and you can see that SPL here shown, and this one, the 2 dots blinking, meaning that the time is still running in the background. So if you press the adjust button to continue, it will jump to the latest time. So yes, like this. So now still running, maybe 22, 23, 24, okay, something like that. Okay, now if I want to pause or stop, use the search button, and to reset, use the adjust button. Okay, that's all for the stopwatch. Press the mode button and now return to the timekeeping mode. And yes, that's all for the settings and operations of this watch, Casio LF30. Anyway, if you're familiar with the world time like AE1200, AE1000, or let's say LF20, then it will be not difficult for you to set the LF30 because basically they have the same program. Okay, that's all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and have a great day.